Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today let's explore the very useful functionalities of the ChatGPT. First off, I'm gonna ask the ChatGPT to regenerate the responses it has given to me already. So once it gives you the response, I'm gonna ask the ChatGPT to regenerate the response here. Let me click on the regenerate response and you can see the ChatGPT is doing thing here. You can ask a number of times to the ChatGPT to regenerate its response. And if you want to toggle between the responses it given to you, you can click on the option here. It can give you the first, second, and the responses before. And if you like any of this response, you can click the thumbs up button. And you can give the feedback to the chat GPT over here. If you don't like any of the responses given by the chat GPT, you can click on thumbs down button and you can click give the response over here or the feedback. So this is how you can use the regenerate response option over here. Next off, I'm going to show you how to use the rephrase option in the ChatGPT. Let's say I'm going to ask the ChatGPT to tell me a five-liner story. And you can see the ChatGPT is doing its thing. It's going to tell me a small story which is of 5 lines. Let's say I changed my mind and now I want this story to be more lines or want it to be smaller than what I expected, you can ask the ChatGPT to rephrase it. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to rephrase the above story, sorry, to 8 lines. You can see it, guys. The ChatGPT is started writing the story into the 8 lines. You cannot expect a very accurate information all the time because ChatGPT is also known for giving the inaccurate responses. Now I'm going to add humor to the above story. So this is how you can use the rephrase functionality in the chat GPT. Next off, let's export some more mathematical functionalities of the chat GPT. I have an expression here to expand. Let's see how the chat GPT responds to this. And we are going to expect the answer which we have over here. Let's see how chat GPT is going to take this. I'm going to tell the chat GPT to expand the expression. Okay, now this is the expression I got from the ChatGPT, and I'm going to compare it with what we have on the Hurricane website. and looks like it is a bit accurate, guys. I'm going to ask it a simple math question. Let's say it's 10 by 5. You can see the ChatGPT has taken its time to give this result because the prompt which is provided by me is not complete. Next off, I'm going to ask the ChatGPT to write a small function or a small program in Python. Let's ask ChatGPT to write a Python program on some functionality. This is how ChatGPT can help you with the programming. And next off, I have a piece of code over here which displays a pattern of numbers, and I'm going to make a small change over the code over here. I'm going to delete an entry, and I'm going to ask the chat GPT to fix the code. Let's see how it goes. As you can clearly see that it found that the j variable which I have deleted, and it has declared the variable over here. So this is how ChatGPT can help you find the errors on your code, and it can help you correct your code if you're unable to find it. Next off, I'm going to ask the ChatGPT a general question, and let's see how it responds. Okay, guys. So as you can see, the ChatGPT is giving the responses before 2021 because the ChatGPT has a limited data and it doesn't have the internet connectivity. Let me tell the ChatGPT what the correct population right now is, and let's see how it takes it. Okay, current US population is. You can see the ChatGPT is telling it the knowledge is cut off on 2021. I'm going to tell it again. Let's see how it goes. You can see the response over here. This is how the ChatGPT will note down or will take the inputs and learn from the responses given by the user. Next off, I'm going to show you how ChatGPT can help you in writing. Let me ask the ChatGPT write a blog on a phone. Now you can see the ChatGPT is writing you some lines for it. Basically, I didn't mention or give it a certain phone, so it is just giving us an information on when the phones are created and who created it and what is the functionality and what are the uses of the phone. Let's next, if you are thinking that it is going too long, you can ask the ChatGPT to stop generating, and you can use the option called stop generating. Ask the ChatGPT to suggest an accurate name from the above block it has written to us. Name for above block. You can see it, guys. You can also rephrase the above name into 5 different names. This is how ChatGPT can help you write the blogs and name the blogs. Let's say you already have a blog and you want ChatGPT to extract the keywords from it. ChatGPT can do it for you. I'm going to copy some information from here. I'm going to paste it in the ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it to extract keywords from below information. See, guys, you can always find the keywords over here from the blog which you already have. In the same way, you can also ask the ChatGPT to name a video or name your channel. You can get the responses on naming the channels. You can ask the ChatGPT to write a description for your tech YouTube channel. You can copy and paste it in your YouTube channel. These are some basic functionalities of the ChatGPT. And lastly, I happen to show you how to stop the ChatGPT to. I'm going to ask the ChatGPT to write a 20 lines essay, and you changed your mind. And if you want to stop it from writing the 20 lines essay, you can just click on stop generation button and it will stop writing for you. I hope the video is useful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.